Yes. Look, do I think that Democrats need to figure out a strategy on how they're going to come after Trump here with some of this stuff? Yes. And I think that the strategy is really about what are these guys doing to fulfill the main promise they made to swing voters, not to their base, to the swing voters. And that is controlling prices. Because last time I tried to buy eggs, they cost more. Last time I filled up my tank, it cost more. Things are, things that are supposed to be going down are going up. Things that are supposed to be going up are going down. And there's a lot of chaos in Washington. And the other question I would want them to be asking is, who is benefiting from Elon Musk's actions, particularly closing USAID, which is basically handing the developing world over to China, a place where he has a very significant presence. So I would be asking that question on the daily because Elon Musk might be working for Elon Musk and not the people.
And you raise a good question, aside from the fact you can even find eggs. I can't even find eggs. So that's a separate question. All right, Steve, let me ask you this, though. The counter-argument would be, why isn't there more transparency, right? Shouldn't Elon Musk testify? Shouldn't he reveal his financial disclosures? That seems to be that level of uncertainty of what he's actually doing. I think Chris raises a good point. That would maybe calm a lot of the fears that people have.
Sure. Yeah, I think that as Donald Trump said, Elon Musk is never short to get on in front of a microphone or to answer some questions. I think that he absolutely should, and I think he absolutely will. What is he doing? He's doing what I think a broad swath of Americans actually care about, which is cutting government waste and doing it in a way that is and trying to improve efficiency. Talk about transparency. You can follow the @DOGE X account, and they tell you exactly what they're doing as they're going about it. And you talk about cringy. I mean, you got the cane in the foreground. I'm not sure that's really being very effective. And you look at those pictures of Maxine Waters trying to invade the Department of Education. It's kind of insurrection-y. I don't think that's really necessarily the direction that they want to go. That's going to make much of an impact, at least with most Americans who are independent and apolitical.
Chris, the real impact's the courts and legal challenges to try to stop what might be happening. But the question becomes, is it too early? Only 3 weeks on the job. Wait and see. If they're already uncovering maybe potential fraud, abuse, waste in USAID, we can question why they went over there first. But too early to complain?
No, I don't think it's too early to complain. I think, look, nobody would be opposed to them taking a microscope and trying to figure out where the waste, fraud, and abuse is happening. That's not what's going on here. He's doing what he did at Twitter, and at Twitter he came in, he fired half the staff, and then he brought some of them back because he needed them. I think that once we pull out of certain parts of the world with our aid, it's going to be hard to get back there, especially if China's Belt and Road program picks up where we left off. Mm-hmm. So the government is not a business. As much as everybody wants to run it like a business, people are getting hurt. You're cutting USAID. Yeah. $3 billion of USAID money is spent on farms in the Midwest that sell their goods to USAID to be delivered as aid around the world. And look, those farmers are going to be upset.
I hear you. I hear you.
We're not shutting down USAID.
I'm sorry, Steve. I'll give you the final word. By the way, Steve, I'll give you the final word. And also, real quick, 30 seconds. I know you heard our conversation between me and Chris earlier regarding Megyn Kelly and the trans athletes situation. 30 seconds to respond to both.
Yeah, well, USAID, we're not shutting USAID down and stopping giving out money. We're trying to trim back the amount of employees at that organization and kind of try to get that in order, get the amount of spending in order there. Yeah, I did hear Chris at the top of the hour there, and I have to say I think he's a little bit mistaken about how that all went down. The criticism there was not about him, really not about trans athletes at all. It was more about the idea of Chris making a comment about being a protector of women and mocking that idea of what Megyn said in the speech there. And so which Laken Riley, there was a lot more than just that. It was about protector of women comment.
I'll allow you guys to, debate it out on a different platform. But Chris, Steve, thanks so much for coming on. Appreciate it. Have a great Friday night and have a great weekend.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.